Hey, this is Booker T, 5-time champ, and you're watching Comics Artist Pro Secret, and you're looking real jack, baby. Now can you dig that? Hello, start this gangsta show. Mr. Thanks, I'm good. Hello, I started this gangsta show.
Hey, all right, thank you so much. You're listening to Comic Artist Pro Secrets, and I'm Ethan Van Sciver, 25-year veteran of the comic book industry and great big Star Wars fan. So 2 days ago, the rumor began to circulate. Even though we already figured it out, we already understood that some big changes were underway at Lucasfilm. We know Kathleen Kennedy's on her way out. We figured out that she's going as a way to appease the shareholders at the fiscal end of the year for Disney, which is September 29th. They are going to have to explain away quite a bit of expenditures and not as much profit as they were projected to make. They're going to offer up a sacrificial lamb. That is Kathleen Kennedy. We also believe at this point Dave Filoni is going to take her place. They're signaling this. There was a great video where Dave Filoni was seen shaking the hands of the Star Wars fandom at some sort of premiere event, and it was done in slow motion. It was hazy, very, very much like kind of a coup de grace had taken place, and Dave Filoni is the Fidel Castro of Disney. Well, maybe not. Maybe. Well, they both wear hats. He doesn't have a beard though. Dave Filoni doesn't have the beard. Fidel Castro, but yeah, we do believe that's the situation now. Up in the air is, of course, RIAN Johnson's trilogy and the future thereof. Mike Zero just put out a video a second ago, and Mike Zero sourced a quote from RIAN Johnson about how the trilogy was going, and I was perplexed by that quote. I was like, where did that come from? I haven't heard RIAN Johnson open his mouth about Star Wars. He's, if anything, he's accepting thanks, he's defending The Last Jedi, but actually talking about the future of Star Wars and his trilogy and what he's doing, not seeing anything like that on his Twitter, on his social media, which is quite active. His social media, RIAN Johnson's social media is spinning out. He's always talking about stuff, and none of it has to do with, Star Wars or work at all. It all has to do with other junk. So I thought I would go ahead and just ask him directly. By the way, check the shirt. Go get Daddy's belt. Wearing my own merch. Mike Zero's new video has a long rambling quote by RIAN Johnson and the state of the new trilogy, and I can't find where Mike Zero got it. What the F? RIAN Johnson, let's go to you directly. Is the trilogy still happening? Answer me, you roundhead. Let's go find out what RIAN Johnson's even talking about. I mean, RIAN Johnson's sitting here, who knows, talking about art, answering questions about The Last Jedi, but really, we're not seeing too much stuff. Look at this. There's nothing here. Are you going to bed? No, I thought Twitter was... All right, Ryan. Yeah, do go to bed and put your trilogy to bed. So this, I was like, what the hell? Like, where did Mike Zero get this quote? I eventually found it. This is an article from Wired Online, another garbage tier site. Star Wars: The Last Jedi is... why not just put... What is this? Just put the... RIAN Johnson on the future of the franchise. There he is. This was before the world exploded. Look at that face. Look at the evil and mischief in those eyes. Look at him. He's like, you haven't seen the movie yet. He's like, this article's coming out in December before the movie hits. You haven't seen my movie, but wait till you do. Wait till you do. And he's right. I mean, wait until when we saw the movie, this face and this circular head all began to mean something completely different to Star Wars fans, even though they were excited for a long time. So this was back in December of 2017. RIAN Johnson had a few things to say here. Let's go through it. This is astonishing right here. I love this. You want to learn how and why? You want to learn how and why Disney went astray, Lucasfilm went astray under Kathleen Kennedy? This is a great quote. This is a great bit of evidence here. Somebody asks him, some fool at Wired says, so what can we expect with your new trilogy? RIAN Johnson was tasked to do a brand new trilogy for Star Wars after the Skywalker saga had concluded. And Yeah, this is what he had to say about it. He said it's obviously going to be separate from the Skywalker saga, but where do you see it fitting in with the franchise? Here's Johnson. Now, this is amazing. This is amazing. We're talking about Star Wars here. We're talking about a multi-billion-dollar franchise, and here's how Johnson. Well, I don't know. That's kind of the exciting thing about it. I don't know. I don't. What are you going to do? I don't know. I don't know. My entire pitch. Look at the arrogance of this. My entire pitch to Lucasfilm President Kathleen Kennedy and Disney was, quote, let's tell a new Star Wars story. Let's tell one story over 3 movies, where we go to new places and meet new people. It's a brand new story that feels like a great Star Wars story. I would shoo your ass right. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? That was his, look at the brag. That was his entire pitch. What it was his charming round head. You could say anything when you're sitting in an office with Kathleen Kennedy. You've got a charming round head. They don't know yet. They don't quite understand that you've just produced the most incredible bomb, the most divisive Star Wars movie of all time, one that is going to infuriate fans and drive the whole franchise right into the toilet. They don't realize that yet. So you can sit there in the office like Edward D. Wood Jr. after Glenn or Glenda. After it's finished, it hasn't actually come out yet. Nobody's seen it. You got the film cans. You can talk big. You can say, hey, I have an idea. Why not give me 3 movies and I'll tell a new Star Wars story where we go new places and meet new people. Oh, sold. Brilliant pitch. Sold. Sold to the round head. Sold to the round head buffoon sitting in the chair with no ideas at all. 0 ideas. That was the extent of it, he humble brags. I didn't pitch an idea or a time or anything like that. What is going on? What was going on over there at Lucasfilm, at Disney Lucasfilm, under the tutelage of Kathleen Kennedy? What exactly was going on where you could just sit there and say and just mutter garbage like this, where you could mutter gobbledygook in a pitch meeting? And then then brag. That was the extent of it. I didn't pitch an idea or a time or anything like that. It was just bright blue sky to tell a new story in, and they were so excited about it. What kind of dope are they smoking over there? What is going on? What is going on? I mean, in all honesty, I've been in pitch meetings. I've been in quite a few pitch meetings. This is unacceptable. This is crazy. You let very few people come in there and pitch with this kind of just empty-headed arrogance. You could, like Frank Miller at DC could come in and say, I want to tell a new Batman story with all new, all right, we trust you. We've seen you. You've seen your past history, well, mostly, of Batman stories that have done pretty well. Yeah, whatever you want to do, Frank, whatever you want to do. He's earned that. Rian Johnson has not earned that. In fact, he has earned extreme skepticism. Extreme scrutiny. When he steps into the office to sit down to pitch something, it needs to be checked to the letter for evil. You have to check it for evil. So this is an astonishing quote here. Right here is the heart of the problem. I'm glad Mike Zero did a video where he mentioned this quote, that original quote. This is right here. You find where it all went wrong. Okay, so you've got incompetent people being completely snowed by con artist directors. Honestly, I've been the rigmarole of releasing. I've been the rigmarole of releasing this movie, so I'm just starting to form clusters of ideas for the trilogy. But really, the most exciting thing right now is the potential of it. That is, yeah, the potential of it is exciting. So basically, the movie hadn't come out yet. Kathleen Kennedy, even though she is known to absolutely fire competent, talented directors, writers and directors, for no other reason than apparent whims, she hires them without understanding what they do, and then fires them. Look at Colin Trevorrow, look at Chris Miller, look at Phil Lord, fires them, sometimes in progress. Well, they've almost completed the movie, she fires them. And yet she said something. She said, I felt comfortable with Rian Johnson. Comfortable enough to give him a trilogy in which he had 0 ideas before his movie, The Last Jedi, actually even received critical response. That is the insanity of Lucasfilm under Kathleen Kennedy. I don't mind telling you. All of these people need to face the trebuchet. They need to go. So this September, when you hear that Kathleen Kennedy is no longer working at Lucasfilm and she has been replaced by Dave Filoni, I want you to remember this right here. I don't know. That's kind of the exciting thing about it. My entire pitch to Kathleen Kennedy and Disney was, let's tell a new Star Wars story. Let's tell one story over 3 movies where we go to new places and meet new people. It's a brand new story that feels like a great Star Wars story. That was the extent of it. I didn't pitch an idea or a time or anything like that. It was just bright blue sky to tell a new story in, and they were so excited about it. Honestly, I'd been the rigmarole of releasing this movie, so I'm just starting to form clusters of ideas for the trilogy, but really the most exciting thing right now is the potential of it. This is a child speaking. This is a child speaking. That is what is going on. That is why Lucasfilm is $80 million behind right now, and that is why everyone needs to be fired. Dave Filoni needs to be promoted, and let's make this a brand new story that feels like a great Star Wars story by people who actually have competence for once. Join the fandom menace and execute your own Order 66 with our incredible line of t-shirts, Soylo, a Soy Wars story, Tico, a Soy Wars story, and our brand new smoking hot Soy Wars Plan 9. Make a statement today. This is the only trilogy you'll ever need. The link is below in the description. Hey, want to follow me on Twitter? Okay, cool. I'm at Ethan Van Sciver. Talk to you there. If you enjoyed this video and want to become part of this community, subscribe to this channel by clicking the laughing man face logo right on your screen. Ring the bell for notifications as well. You'll never miss a live chat. And stay tuned, another video by Comic Artist Pro Secrets is coming right up.